Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Nguyen. In this video, I will be demonstrating how to format all of your paper according to MLA style, which is one of the topics for discussion for our course this week. So for every essays or paper that you'll be submitting for this course, these are the steps that you need to follow in order to have your paper created formatted correctly. And you should do this before you start to type the text of your essays or paper. Okay, so MLA format is just a way, it's just a style of organizing your paper and presenting your paper according to the conventions of MLA, which we follow in all of our English courses. Right, so MLA format asks that we use, of all of these font types that you see up here, we need to use Times New Roman. Okay, so your default, so Microsoft Word's default font type is, I think, Calibri, and first thing that you need to do is to change it to Times New Roman, and the default font size in Microsoft will always be 11. You need to change that to 12 in MLA. All right, and next is we have to specify our spacing requirement and our line and margin requirement. So we can just go here as a quick shortcut, and under spacing we want to make sure that the after spacing is also 0. So we want this before and after to both say 0. And under line spacing, the default setting for that is multiple. You don't want your lines to be spaced kind of randomly, according to multiple spacing settings. You want your text to be double spaced consistently throughout your essay. So you pick double and then you just click OK. Right? Then after that, you want to go to Insert. And here we are going to create your page number, because each of your essay must be numbered, because it will be longer than one page. Your essays length. All of your essays written for this class will be longer than one page, so we need to number them. You pick page number, and in this arrow you just click on it. Of course, you want your page number to appear at the top of the page, not at the bottom. So you'll kind of hover your cursor over top of page, and you want it to be on the right hand side. So you'll go here, and you see this number 1 here is placed exactly where we want it. So we'll choose that option, and the number 1 automatically appears. All right, so the next thing you need to do is just to type in your last name. So your last name is, I'll type in my last name, which is Nguyen. Okay, no spacing, no nothing. You just type in Nguyen, and then you space to put a space between your last name and the page number. And here you are done. So you can get out of this area by clicking on this X to close that, and you're taken back to the main text area of the document. All right, at the top of every page in the left hand corner where the cursor is flashing there, you give your name. Okay, you give your first and last name. I'll use a generic name such as Jane Smith. Okay, so you identify yourself, and then you click enter. You go to the next page. It should automatically double space for you, and then you give your instructor's name, which is me. So you just simply identify me as Mrs. Nguyen, then enter. It automatically double spaces for you. Then the course ID, which is English, be it English 0099, English 1101, or 1102, or whatever English you're taking. Okay, whatever English level you're taking. Enter automatically spaces for you. Go on to the next line. The next item that I would like for you to have is the name of the assignment. Um, if this is an essay, what type of essay is this? Is this your cause and effect essay? If you're in 1101, if you're in 1102, is this your poetry essay? Or is this your short story essay? Just identify the name of the assignment. So I'll just put cause and effect essay. Okay. And then finally, the last information you need to give is the due date for the assignment. Okay. When is the assignment due? You need to type out that due date here on this next line. And so by date, we mean due date. We don't mean the day, the first day that you start drafting the essay or writing the essay, because essay writing typically should take a number of days, should follow the writing process from inception to completion, right? Which means that your essay, that the final product of your essay is going to be produced in a is going to be the culmination of drafting, coming back later to revise, making changes at different points in the writing process. Okay, but when you're finally ready to submit, right, in order not to miss the deadline, then that's the date that you need to put here. So let's make up a date. Let's say that this is due on March 28th, 2016. March 28th, 2016. So you write it out. Notice I did not abbreviate, and I'm not using numerals to indicate the months as well, and I'm not using slashes or anything like that. Okay, I write out so the format is is formal. I write out the entire name of the month, followed by the date, followed by the comma and the year. All right, so the next item you need to have, when you click enter, it automatically double spaces to go to the next line. The next line is where you give your essay title. So you go up here, you want your title to be centered in the middle of the line. So you click on this option, right? Here is your essay title. I'll just type essay title. But your essay title should be an actual title that reflects your essay. So it should be original, it should be unique, and it should not, and it should give, and it should indicate to your to your reader what your essay is about. Okay. So I cannot tell you how to come up with an essay title. It is a work of the creativity of your creativity, but just make sure that it is original and it is unique to your essay. Okay, don't call your essay my cause and effect essay. That's not original. That doesn't tell me anything about your essay. Okay. So after you do that, you click on enter, and as you can see, Microsoft is still centering your text, as evidenced by the cursor being in the middle right here. At this point, you are ready to start your first paragraph, and you don't want your text to be centered. So you go back up here and you choose this option again to start on the left margin, because we do write from left to right. Okay, so now here you are ready to type your first paragraph. But as you know, each paragraph should be indented so that we can distinguish one paragraph from the next. So it's very important that you all indent your paragraphs. You'd be surprised at how many students in 1101, 1102, still do not indent their paragraphs. Okay, this is a minor detail, but it is nonetheless an important detail. So how do you indent? You indent your paragraphs at the first line of all of your paragraphs by clicking on the tab button on your keyboard. So I'm going to click on tab, and it's going to take you about, I want to say 1 inch to the right. Okay, and that should be an automatic setting, a default setting. I did nothing to specify that, but the space of the indentation, right, is exactly how much it should be. So you just start typing your first paragraph, drafting your first paragraph. This is a test, for MLA format, blah, blah. You just type, okay, and you go all the way, let the text wrap around to the next line, okay, and when you're ready to begin a new paragraph, just make sure to start it fresh on the next line and make sure that you indent that line, that first line.